why not? I usually start at 10 o'clock, so anyway. Should probably do something first. There we go. Hi, guys. Yes, Olivia, I know. Just hold off on a minute. Hold off a minute for the questions and the killing me part. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Notes. But copy. I'm starting early, so just saying. Just waiting for some people to get here that might be expecting me to start at the time I said. Which, let's be fair, I usually start on time. So there's that. No, I don't want that. Yes. Your channel. That's what I want. All right. I won't kill you, says Olivia. Hurt you, maybe, but not kill you. Wow, thank you, Olivia. You're a saint. And we all appreciate your sainthood. Misha is here. Wow. Everybody's here. All right, so let's pin the rules to the top of the chats for any trivia questions we might encounter this evening. Pin massage. Massage pinned. Pug, you're in the way. Olivia, you'll be happy to know the pug is right behind you, laying on the couch. So tonight I am having more of this social light vodka soda. It's peach. That's the main drink, and then I got some Crystal Head vodka, which I'll be drinking for shots if I need to. So Olivia says hi, Puggy. Yeah, you like Olivia, don't you? Yes, you do. So hey guys, yeah, sorry I'm starting a little bit early, but I had to schedule it a little bit later tonight because I wasn't sure when I would be done, making supper. We watched an episode of Stargate Atlantis. Need to spend some time with Sylvia. So anyway, here I am, a few minutes early anyway, about 11 minutes early. So hopefully you guys don't mind. So yeah, this is just a Hangout Live or a trivia if you wish, but all proceeds go towards keeping me alive. So there you go. I've done some rearranging. I've moved the phaser and tricorder and communicator from over here to up there, and put the QMX captain's chair right there. So there's been a little bit of change in here, but that should have been a trivia question for you guys. What's different? Because I haven't really filmed in here with this view for a while. So, and again, that goes back to my not having filmed anything lately, not having done a captain's review, not having done a captain's log, nothing. To which I made some videos before saying I apologize for that. I just have not been in the place to do that, unfortunately. So I'll get back into it when I feel like it, which I don't know when that will be, but Misha says I'm wearing a shirt that says I drink vodka and no things. Another from the wife. Squadra Course throws in $2, tossing a coin to our steward. Yes, thank you. Oh, Puggy, you look so depressed. It's hard to deal with a pug that's depressed, isn't it, Puggins? Heard Ferguson, do you have the pewter enterprise from the Franklin Mint? If so, how have you kept the nacelles from drooping? I do. It's right there in the case. I also have the refit downstairs. Okay, let's see. Let me get this bitch out of here. Just take it off the stand because I don't want to stand down, but yeah, there it is. I got a little bit of droop, but not as bad as the ones that I've seen. These are notorious for drooping. I've actually these come right out of the secondary hull, so with the way I have it sitting, you can't tell that there's a little bit of droopage. Actually, it's drooped since I looked at it last, so I need to buff those up a bit. It's pewter, so it's soft, so you can bend it, but you got to be careful. But I've actually taken those out, and they've been glued in with crazy glue or CA glue. So, but yeah, it's one thing I cannot abide is drooping nacelles, and this one does have them now, actually. So I may need to fix it. But that pewter enterprise I've had for a long time, and I really love it. It was like one of the first things I got from the Franklin Mint, and yeah, so. Olivia Julius, $5. Do I give him money or keep him alive, or do I give him money to help him? It's a paradox. Area 51, been dragging my feet on YouTube content, so I get it. Mark, looks like the state police has their chopper out looking for someone could be interesting around here. Damn. Area 51, well, as one ages, things tend to droop. Squadra course, lol. What are the odds that someone would ask about a ship model and Stuart would just point at it? Surprisingly good, I guess. Doug says, Trekyards, hey, I haven't been keeping up lately, but what do you think about Strange New Worlds? Feels like it would be right up your alley. I'm super excited about it. They've released an image of the plaque for the Enterprise, and it's actually gold. It's the right color. They've changed it since the Discovery version. They've said flat out that when you close your eyes and picture the TOS Enterprise interior, that's what they're going for. So they will be making changes to it, hopefully, and we are looking forward to that. So my nacelles need Viagra. Yeah, you can bend them. You just got to be very, very, very careful. I've struggled with that one over the years, but overall, it's in pretty good shape. I just love the pewter Enterprise from the Franklin Mint. It's fantastic. Ferguson also the 25th anniversary TOS and Enterprise D model, which are awesome build. Yeah, I've got the 25th anniversary Franklin Mint one in the library on top of my Star Trek bookcase, which I've showed a few times. So that's the one where the top part comes off and you see the bridge, and then there's the shuttle bay that opens. You got a little shuttle back there. Really beautiful model, by the way. Really, really well done. And am I back yet? There we go. I'm back. There, I switched to the LTE network, so I won't have any issues with signal. Libby Julius, $5. What episode do we first see 709 in a Starfleet uniform, and what department color? Well, it was blue, and it is the one where she's. It's called Relativity. Just trying to think. Yeah, it'd be Relativity, and it's a blue sciences. Donnie Pearson, welcome, Donnie. Misha, I just did a video of the USS Zheng He a couple of weeks before I left town. Posted one on the Romulan bird of prey. Area 51 takes the shine off the floor on the bridge of the disco prize. Yes, please take the shine off. Put it on a carpet. It needs carpet. Libby Julius, Relativity, and Blue for Sciences. Told you. Squadra Course, Wells class. It was the class of the Relativity. Yes, absolutely. Named after H.G. Wells, who wrote The Time Machine. I know I don't have to drink for your super chat, Olivia, because I got the question right, but I still want to have a sip. Regardless, so there we are. Multi-Gunman, hey Captain Foley, how's it going? Well, it's going well, Multi-Gunman, good to see you. I did see you say hello to me in the other live stream, but we were chatting and I read it and I just didn't talk to you. Sorry. Fleet Paw Swiftback. What did Seven say about the conference room in Relativity? That I don't know. Livy Julia's $5. Before she was assimilated, what color was Anakin 709's favorite color? I want to say blue. But that is actually a guess. I don't think it would be pink. I want to say blue for some reason. Multi-Gunman. On what star date did Bird of Prey 5 become dictator of Kuroga? Don't know and don't care. Oh, her favorite color was red. All right, well, I'll take a drink for that, Olivia. Good one. It was efficient. Oh, the conference room. Thank you. Yeah. Efficiency is important, especially to a Borg. Death to Kuroga. Multi-Gunman says that would be correct about Bird of Prey 5. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to let some of the chat build up here. But thank you guys for joining me. Hit that like button if you haven't already. We got 18 likes with 25 people here. That's fantastic. But by all means, hit the like button. Let's get those likes up. If we can, that would be amazing. I would really appreciate that. And look, it's a holodeck. This is important. Holodeck systems. All right. Picked up the Camaro today. It was in getting, well, I needed new headlights because my Halo headlights, my Halo LED ones with the rings went bad. Long story. The one driver's side one, the holding bracket, one of the spot welds snapped, so the headlight was loose and it flopped out. And when I went to fix it, it burnt out some of the rings. So anyway, I took it in to get the headlights replaced. They still have the headlights on order. It was in there for 2 weeks. They're in transit, so anyway, while I was there, I took it to a place called Century Service in St. Thomas, and they installed a new stereo for me, new speakers, new subwoofer, new wiring, put in a blue neon strip in the back window. So it's, I picked it up today. It still needs new headlights. The headlight section of the headlight works, but not the ring, so I can still drive it at night. But when the new headlights come in, then I'll go and get those installed and get that finished up. So anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that because I wanted some of the chat to buffer a little bit. So here we go. Olivia Julius, $20. Name the episode where Kess comes back as an old lady. Like the episode name. That should be right. The hell is the name of that one? Puggins, do you know the name? Something simple. Don't tell me the answers. I'm not looking. I want to say the episode title was Fury or Anger. Anger's not rage. I'm gonna go with my instinct, which is Fury, but Yeah, I'll go with Fury and hope for the best. So, and guys, do not throw the answers out until I've answered them, please. I appreciate that. Hi, Captain. Have you watched Black Widow yet? I have not. We're going to watch it at some point, but I have not watched it yet. Fleet Pod, the like button has not been sufficiently slapped. Keep slapping it to raise our like count. The Multi-Gunman, Trekyards, do you have any detailed videos of your Camaro on your channel? Yes, a few, actually. There's the captain's inspection tour of the Camaro from a few years ago. A few things have changed since then, but overall, that's pretty comprehensive. I'm sure FleetPod will put the link in the chat here so you can just open a new tab and watch it later. But yeah, the Captain Foley's Camaro inspection tour, I think is what it's called. So Mark says, I drive a Ford Edge, had to get a headlight, cost me $400 because I couldn't just get the lamp. Had to get the whole thing. Joseph Barbato, when someone asks who is the best captain, Kirk or Picard, the correct answer is neither, because it's Cisco. I would tend to agree. I like Cisco. I think he's great. But actually, the correct answer is Captain Foley. You cannot deny this fact. You can try, but you're wrong. Squadra Course, yikes on the 2-week wait. Do what I do for my book. Just keep telling yourself the slow progress beats no progress. Yes. Well, they had everything done like within a day or two, but they were waiting for the headlights. And because COVID is affecting shipping, they're showing in transit, so he doesn't know when he's going to. He didn't want to hold on to my car when it's perfectly drivable, and I'm missing out on nice weather driving it. So he said to come pick it up, and he would just give me a call when the headlights come in. So, but he was waiting, hoping each day that would be, you know. And to be fair, last week because of Canada Day, which was on Thursday, Thursday was a holiday. They took Friday off as well, so they had a 4-day weekend. So 4 of those 2 weeks was nobody working there. So. And Olivia says Fury. Yes, that was right. Bill 4393, Captain, did you enjoy all the Easter eggs in the latest Loki episode? Yeah, they had the Polybius game, which is fucking awesome. The Polybius arcade game. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's a kind of a urban legend. And there's also, I just got, I watch another channel on YouTube called Ashens, Stuart Ashen. He's a Brit who does like, you know, things on his brown couch, which sounds dirty. It's not though. He does product reviews and stuff. But he also makes movies, and I bought his it's 2 movies. It's Ashens and the Quest for the Game Child and the Polybius Heist, and then there's a making of called Fly on the Wall. I bought the 3-pack Blu-ray from him, so I didn't see them all. Obviously, all the Loki references. There's probably way too many, but I caught a lot of the Easter eggs. Yes. War God 6 is on board. Welcome. It's 3 a.m. in England. It is. It's Zheng He, the flagship of the entire Starfleet. Is it the flagship of the entire Starfleet or just a temporary assembled fleet? I don't know. Multi-gunman, Kirk versus Cisco in hand-to-hand combat. Who wins? Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. Probably Kirk. He's got the Kirk foo. However, Cisco wouldn't care and knock him on his ass. So, good question. Libby Julius, $10. What name did the Doctor finally pick in the episode Endgame Alternative Future? Oh, it was something simple like Joe or something. I don't remember. I'm going to say I don't remember. I'll take a drink for that, which at $10 is a big drink. So just one of these. Oh, it's really refreshing. $10 drinks are the best. Rom versus Jar Jar Binks. Who wins? Rom. Fleet Pod, not only COVID, but the whole debacle of the Suez fucked shipping worldwide. Donnie Pearson, speaking of holidays, 5 more days till Beastie Boys Day. Bastille Day in France. Yep. I agree. Kirk flying drop kick always wins. Fleetpaw Swiftback. Cisco has the motherfucking pimp hand, and he smacked Garrick around with it. And Olivia says, Joe. Oh, I did get it right. Okay, I overthought it because I'm like, I thought it was Joe, and then I'm like, wait, wasn't something more complex like Leonardo, blah blah blah, something. Well, there you go. I still had a drink for it. So, Eric says, how come we never saw more of the Tholians? I don't know. Just because we did see them in Mirror Darkly, there was a Tholian in the Enterprise one. So, Ermi says, Captain, I know what you mean. I've been waiting 2 months for a warranty part for an onboard Wi-Fi in my Buick Envision. Envision, not Invasion. Squadron course, although he got it right and drank anyway. I needed a good drink, so it's fine. Turd Ferguson, Rom would win because I would kill Jar Jar for him. Hold on, I just got to answer a message here real quick. All right. Oop, come on. Come back here. Come back to Daddy. Come back to Daddy. Okay. Did you catch the Transformers Kingdom Netflix series trailer with the Ark and the Last Autobots Titan? That's a huge hand that cut Megatron when he fell. Yes, I did see that. I'm looking forward to it so much. And then the new live action movie coming out, Rise of the Beasts, with Ron Perlman as Optimus Primal. What the hell? Multi Gunman, what would you think about one off DS9 episode about finding out what's happened to Worf's brother after he had his memory wiped? That would be awesome. I always liked Kern, and I hate the way that story ended. That was just stupid beyond stupid. So Eric says, hey, thanks for the shout out. No problem, Eric. Eric Chervenko? Hope I said that right. Squadron Corps Stolians are, in my book, but not as a main adversary. Ooh. Mark puts in $5. In Samaritan Snare, what weapon did the Enterprise use to disable the Packard ship? I answered it as I was reading it. The Crimson Force Field, which is just expelling hydrogen out of the Bizarre collectors and lighting it with something, plasma or something. I don't know. The Crimson Force Field. Junkball said that the grid at the ventral side of Inquiry class is a giant hangar. Is that true? The Inquiry class. What's the Inquiry class? It might be. I'm trying to think what the Inquiry class is. Olivia Julia's $10. In Voyager Season 4 episode named Nemesis, what did the villagers and ancient forces call Chakotay? Bob. That's a really good game. Been watching a lot of Game Chasers lately, so honestly, Olivia, that one I don't know, so I will. I actually don't have to take a drink because I drank for the last one, but I still will. That's a good question. Fleetpaw. Oh no, it's another Enterprise. Joseph Barbado. They expand on Kern a bit in STO, I think. Oh, probably yes. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. Bill 4393. Anyone catch Resident Evil Infinite Darkness Netflix series 4 episodes? I have not. I'm sure other people in the chat might have though. Colin. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much. Squadron Course. I'm so looking forward to Lower Deck Season 2. August 12th, baby. That's when it starts. And then we're going to be busy bringing you new Trek. I'm going to have my first reaction reviews. And then we'll have our full review, and we'll have edited content throughout the week. And then, of course, our speculation video as to what the next episode is going to be about. So it'll be fun. We'll be doing a lot of fun stuff. Defender Chakotay. Okay. Inquiry class is the copy-paste fleet from Picard. Oh, the Zheng He? Then I don't know. I don't know if it would be a hangar bay. Samuel would know that question better because I think he's, had a look at a model of it. Eric Sween. Hello, Eric. How's it going? Bill, Captain Foley, did you catch the Simpsons Loki short? No, I did not. Turd Ferguson, Chakotay's player. Yokuchi Mama, we are far from our hood. Eric says, have you ever watched Star Wreck in the Perkinning? Yes, I used to love those back in the day. I loved all the ship animations, and just seeing those ships in action doing other stuff was fantastic. So yes, I have seen them. Silly as they are, but the space stuff is fantastic. Colin Barrett, there's a Resident Evil series. Damn, why did no one inform me? It sucks getting old and senile. LOL. Broken speaker, August 12th. Oh no, I will be on a trip. I will have to take a laptop to watch on. Dun, dun, dun. Speaking of trips, I am going to the Chicago area for 11 days in September, the end of September. So from September 24th to October 4th, I'll be in the Chicago area visiting some of the Trekyards mods, Chris Pico, the old-ass retro gamer, and whoever else. We might have a meet and greet. I don't know. I might even head down because Anti-Trekker is only like 4 hours from Chicago, so I might head down and visit Anti-Trekker at some point as well. So I will be in the Chicago area if anyone is interested. I'm going to mention this every live now because it's a few months away. It gives people a heads up. I think Whoop Whoop is from the Chicago area, but I don't think he's here right now. So, Guy Core, the Tholian assembly is actually one of the only one Tholian from the Highlands of Tholia. He was the last Tholian because there can be only one. He controls all the drone Tholian ships remotely. Stop it. War God 6, just sitting here having a blue and Pepsi blue back for a limited time. Multi-gunman, iPhone or Android? iPhone. Livy Julius, $5. Put these episodes in order of appearance. The Gift, Alice, and Faces. That's just not even right. I'm going to say Alice, The Gift, and Faces. I have no idea if it's right, so I'll probably be taking a drink for that. War God 6. Today's Bad Batch was a pre-Rebels episode. There was barely any Bad Batch in the episode, but looks like we will get more backstory. Ooh, a replicator Elcars. What's on the menu tonight, Captain? Whatever you'd like, Fleetpa. Come visit me too. Where are you, Olivia? Fleetpa Swiftback. Chai-chan, eh? I have to take a trip out that way, Stuart. It's about 11 hours away. See, it's only 6 hours for me. It's a 6-hour drive for me in Kanakistan here. So, dystopian guy is here. Faces, The Gift, and Alice. See, I got those wrong, so let's drink. Colin Barrett, I would love to make time travel. Let's make time travel plans. Okay. I would love to make travel plans. Sadly, the country next door is about to cause a COVID explosion that could ground all travel before the summer is over. I'm worried about that too, actually, but we'll see. Bill 4393. Yes, there's an Infinite Darkness and 4 episodes Netflix series, and then going to be live action Resident Evil series with Albert Wesker, plus the new Resident Evil movie. Ooh. You live those in Porter, Indiana? That's my guess. I don't know where that is. It's in Porter, Indiana. Broken speaker. Okay, so I have not watched any of the Bad Batch. Any good? I know Doomcock hates it, but I don't always agree with him. Thoughts, anybody? Any good? Bad Batch is awesome. Doomcock's an idiot, and don't listen to anything he says. And if he says he doesn't like something, chances are you'll fucking love it. So I would say watch it. I think Bad Batch is good. I've only on like season or episode 5, but I've really enjoyed it so far. So Eric says, what episode was the Sun Trialis in? Sun Trialis. the Sun Trialis? I don't know. Give me a hint. Colin says if Doomcox hates it, it'll likely be good. Fleet Paw, the fact Doomcock hates it means she'll love it. Yeah, pretty much. Olivia Julius, $10. What truck year and model did Voyager find in space? Well, it was a fucking Ford. I think it was in 1947. I'm going to say 1947 Ford pickup truck. Pretty sure that's right. And you just heard the pug snore. So she's confirming via snore that it was a 1947 Ford. Actually surprised it's a Ford. Surprised the Ford lasted that long, but it is what it is. If they do one thing well, Ford, it's trucks. So, you know how it goes. That's how game chasing go. It was built Ford Tough, 1936. Okay, I don't know. No rust in space, though. But they followed a trail of rust. Because it was still rusting in space. In space, no one can hear your Ford rust. But they sure as hell hear your Chevy fire up. Especially when it's a Camaro. Yeah, whatever. Hashtag pug snore. Turd Ferguson, the episode was called 37s, and I think it was a 34 Ford. I knew the episode title, but I thought it was not as old as a 34, but I was wrong. There's a first time for everything, after all. Supposedly. What are we looking at? We're looking at Warp Core Level 1 diagnostics right now. In space, no one can smell your farts. You haven't experienced mine. They would overcome. They would be. Fun fact. Well, the chat built up a little bit because I caught up, and usually I'm way behind in the chat, so I mean it's good to kind of be on par with it, so I don't, I know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Because I want to talk about something, and then 5 minutes later I get a response to it, and I've completely forgotten about it. That happens a lot. So, ooh, what's that? It's an intermix allocation. Ooh, that's some fancy ass shit right there. Yo. Xavier Gamer, hi. I wanted to ask whether you had AstraZeneca vaccine and did it have side effects? I have to take mine tomorrow. Xavier, I did have the AstraZeneca, and the following day I was like out for like the afternoon. I was just exhausted. I just laid down for like 4 hours in the afternoon. But other than that, great. So, and my second dose was AstraZeneca as well, and nothing happened the second dose. So. Broken Speaker, 30s Fords were actually made quite well. They still had vanadium in the steel and actually did not rust out that much. Post-war, that all changed. Yeah, I know. Fleet Paw. So I just found out I'll likely be going to Alabama for a couple of days for work. Gonna grab a few buses from one of our locations down there and bring them back to New York. First time I've flown in 21 years. Whew. Sounds like fun. Planty, no, you're never behind in chat. What? Dystopian guy. Mark 7 fart intermix reactor. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Broken Speaker. By the 60s, they were floppy messes, particularly the unibody Fords. Colin Barrett looks like Wesley's work bubble. Bill 4393. What videos are coming up that we can look forward to? I have no idea. We film shit and then we film a bunch of stuff and then Samuel edits it and then releases it as he's got it edited. So I never know what's on the horizon, but there's lots of cool stuff coming up and even some good Trekyards originals coming out at some point. So stay tuned for those. War God 6. If you were to write a Star Trek episode, what era and what would it be about? I would say TOS, and I have no idea what it would be about. I just don't have an idea for an episode at this moment. It would be about something cool. Sergeant Montgomery, seriously, a Starfleet scientist never read about petroleum? Right? Colin Barrett, risks from vaccine are really, really low. Risk of contracting a fatal dose of the virus is far higher. Squadra course. I always thought Wesley's warp bubble was a static one generated with a primary warp coil, which is why it was in main engineering. Yes, I believe that was the explanation. Olivia Julius, $5. What is Unimatrix Zero and what? I guess why is it important? Unimatrix Zero is like the center of the Borg hive, essentially. It's where the Queen hides, lives, resides. I don't know. Why is it important? Because that's where like the transwarp corridors all branch out from. Is my guess. I don't know. I'm not a Borg expert. Japanese letters, man. What's your opinion about the theory that BSG and Star Trek share the same universe? I mean, there are similar technologies, jump drive, and coaxial warp, and substances like tilium. Never heard that before, and don't care. As much as I like both franchises, I don't want them to be the same universe. I think that's stupid. So, there you go. That's my answer. I think it's stupid. Curtis says, hello, Captain. What's new? And just hit that like button. Thank you, Curtis. Speaking of, guys, if you haven't hit that like button, we have 38 likes with 35 people here, which is pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. So hit that like button if you haven't. And Curtis is playing Mass Effect 2 second time around, Captain. That is awesome, Curtis. Broken speaker. Oh, snap. The Picard story is in a Wesley Crusher warp bubble, and I hope it collapses soon. Sorry, could not resist. We can only hope. Look at that. Federation class dreadnought. That's a thing of beauty, my friends. Mwah. It's so great. 3 nacelles are better than 2. Gotta say. It's a fantastic ship. Fleet Pass Swiftback. It's going to be nice to at least get back close to home, lol, even if it's only for a day. The trip back is supposed to be 2.5 days, assuming we don't break down. Well, don't break down then. That would be awful. Look, it's the bridge of the Federation class. Now it's gone. YouTube just had a stroke. All right. Bill 4393. It's a pity we never got to that Tarantino Trek because he's good at westerns, which I believe this one would have been. Don't know how I feel about that. Colin Barrett, Anson Mount has been teasing us. Filming of the season finale of Stranger World started yesterday and has a major callback to TOS. Yes, absolutely it does. Olivia Julius says, wrong. It's where some Borg drones go when regenerating. No? I'm going to call bullshit on that. I want your source for that. That's not what Unimatrix Zero is. Unless you're talking about the episode where 7 of 9 and the little splinter cell of like Borgs that formed their little mini collective, or it's the one where the Borg, when they sleep, they dream, they go into like a, maybe that's it. But it's still, I don't think it's, I don't know. Whatever, I'll take a drink. Who cares? Terry Farley, I could be wrong, but wasn't Unimatrix Zero the faulty portion of the hive mind where the Borg had hit? Yes, there you go. D-Boy Max, have you also just got my first COVID-19 vaccine shot just today. Well, congrats. Not as good as the Foley class dreadnought, though. Wow. The Federation class is pretty cool. Turd Ferguson, Trekyards. With any luck, the warp bubble will collapse on Will Wheaton. Broken speaker. As far as BSG and Star Trek being related, completely unlikely. BSG was a creation of the network wanting to cash in on the Star Trek movie craze, Star Wars, on the space movie craze, i.e., Star Wars. No Roddenberry connection. Planty. 3 nacelles are better than 2. You're one of those Total Recall fanboys, huh? Actually, no. I found the 3 boob thing kind of unattractive, honestly. But that being said, yeah, you got something for each hand and then in the middle. So that would be fun to try at least once. But as far as looks goes, it's kind of unattractive. So yeah, nacelles ain't like tits. Even though Scotty refers to them as ample nacelles. So I don't know. Dystopian guy, do you think the Admiral telling Picard shut up was a nod to Shut Up Wesley? Oh, probably. Cryptic Spider-Man, Lieutenant Commander Krytic has returned. Squadricourse, I always heard that 2 dreads are better than 1. Double the phasers make Klingons run. Fat Produce, who here doesn't want Stranger Worlds? Who here doesn't trust Stranger Worlds until we watch it? This guy. Nobody should trust it until we watch it, but we have hope. We're cautiously optimistic. This is the way of things. Strange Worlds. Strange New Worlds. Fat Produce. I will say that I have immensely enjoyed reading and watching The Expanse. I am almost through season 2. And yeah, it's way better than season 1, so it's getting good. Mark, $5. What did Neelix give to 2 crew members that gave them severe heartburn? Anything he made? I don't know. I'm going to take a drink for that because I don't know the answer. Terry Farley, 4 at will. Bull-beaten ducks. I think you mean fire at will. Libby Julius, $5. What was the sealed modulation when the Enterprise was destroyed in Generations? Oh my god, I actually know this one. Okay, hold on. I want to say 31725. That's not my final answer. Hold on, I'm thinking. This is just it. Okay, it doesn't start with a 3. I think it starts with a 2. Come on, I can picture it. This is a question that's been asked before on trivia nights. 257.5. I can't remember the point. I guess 257.4, but I guess I'll go final answer. Yeah, final answer is 257.4. Sure. And Mark, I still don't know what Neelix fed people that gave them heartburn, but Turd Ferguson. But according to the movie, Paul, four tits is just weird. What? Curtis says, yes, I like three nacelles, and Gene didn't like the three nacelle, or did I read that wrong, Captain? All right, here's the thing. Gene Roddenberry helped Franz Joseph. He was friends with Franz Joseph. He approved everything in the technical manual until him and Franz Joseph, right before the release of the motion picture, had a falling out. Even though there were some of Franz Joseph's blueprints on the monitors on the ship that had a single-celled Saladin class in the background, Gene Roddenberry all of a sudden came up with the rules for warp, for the Starship design rules, one of which was the nacelles have to operate in pairs. So you can't have three nacelles, you can't have single nacelled ships, and I call bullshit on that to the max. He just said that to discredit Franz Joseph's work, and I think that's fucking childish and petty, and I don't care that Gene Roddenberry created Star Trek. I think that was a fucking dick move. So I don't believe in the four starship rules. I think that's fucking retarded. So what we're doing here is, as we've explained before, you can have a single nacelle ship. If you do need two pairs of warp coils running together to form a warp field, you can have smaller warp coils inside one nacelle, so you still have two sets of warp coils. As for the Dreadnought, the three nacelle design, you got the single one up top, the two on the side. They can be linked middle to side if need be, middle to side if need be, side to side. Have this one as a backup, just in case things happen. So you can explain away single and three nacelled ships pretty easily. I hate the Starfleet rules, design rules. I think they're stupid. We talked to Andrew Probert about that. We did a 2-part episode on that, and I call bullshit on that. Absolutely. Broken Speaker, Total Recall is an oddity. The movie technology of the time could not pull it off, but it was so camp that it worked as a bad movie. Cult status, but it would be better if made today. Well, they did remake Total Recall with Colin, the hell's his name? Shit. The fuck is his name? Anyway, they did remake Total Recall. I can't remember the guy's name though. Fat Produce. Have you watched the latest Junk Ball Media video about the Federation Starship scene in Picard season finale? I have not. Bill 4393. Which Total Recall, the original or Colin Farrell? There's it. Thank you, Colin Farrell. Aha. Fleetpaw. It was remade. For the older one, the Schwarzenegger, it seemed better made. Yeah, the older one. I haven't seen the new one actually. I've seen part of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing. But I really like the original. Colin Barrett says, who was the project supervisor of the Defiant Class Development Program at Utopia Planitia? The project supervisor was Cisco, I believe. He helped design it. Squadra Chorus, love the Expanse. Kamina Drummer is one of my favorite sci-fi characters ever. Fat Produce puts in $2. What is Benjamin Sisko's middle name? Lafayette. Benjamin Lafayette Sisko. Mark says, answer is Rodeo's red hot rootin' tootin' chili. Oh, that's what gave them heartburn. Gotcha. SC Scout Guy. So many company at random just sent everyone in my office Nintendo Switches today. Was not expecting that. Jesus Christ, that's awesome. Mark says he put in way too many jalapenos. Bill 4393. Weird how the CW Flash series has a Cisco, but obviously it's spelt differently. Broken Speaker says, oh, I removed the Total Recall remake from memory. It was that bad. I haven't seen it. I've seen part of it. Like I said, I need to see it. Olivia says 257.4 megahertz. I broke the captain. But that's what I said, isn't it? Did I actually got it right? 257.4. Okay, that question has come up on trivia nights on some other live streams, so that's why I thought I knew it. Fat At Produce, Gene Roddenberry could really be a douche waffle if he wanted to be one. He was quite often, actually. Squadra Course, I think the rules are more like guidelines, like the pirate code. Yeah, Roddenberry was a jerk. Watch Chaos on the Bridge. Curtis says, I thought so, Captain. I do like 1 and 3 nacelle. I think they look good. Dystopian Guy, the original Total Recall was an awesome movie. Yes, it was. It still is. Turd Ferguson, Gene Roddenberry did so many shitbag things. He had a great idea. It does not mean he was a god. He added like 2 notes to the original theme to get royalties. Yes, he did a lot of douchebag things. But anyway, he's not here to defend himself. So let's... D-Boy Max, how would Star Wars capital ships work out in the Star Trek universe and vice versa? I think Star Trek ships would eat Star Wars ships for breakfast. They would just cut through them, like the episode of TNG where they lose their memories and Commander Macduff is there. The fuck, I can't remember the name of the episode, but they're cutting through their enemy like butter. And say, wait a minute, why are these guys our enemy? So yeah, that's what would happen. And Star Trek ships in Star Wars universe, goddamn, it'd be like impressive as hell. You think the Empire would be scary? No, sir. Terry Farley sent a PayPal asking about Star Trek 4 probe. All right, Terry, I'll have to check. I think I can get the PayPal on here. Just 1 second. Just gotta check. Check. Ah, there it is. All right, so sent $5, so thank you. Was the probe in Star Trek 4 ionizing the atmosphere to find the whales? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bump that. Or was the transmission to the whales wreaking havoc unknowingly? I think it was unknowingly wreaking havoc. That would be my guess. I don't think there's a definitive answer on that one, so I can't really say for sure. But I think it was just trying to communicate and didn't realize that it was causing as much of a kerfluffle as it did. Fleetpaw, the rule of pairs was dumb. Unfortunately, a subset of the fans are diehard followers of said rules, and they are rather militant when it comes to defending it. Sometimes resulting in their ejection out of an airlock. Yes. Also, line of sight. They must have line of sight of each other, and then you look at ships like the Defiant. Obviously, no fucking line of sight, although there could be within the ship itself. There could be corridors that have line of sight. I mean, there's answers to each thing. Also, technology advances, so we don't fucking need line of sight or pairs rule anymore after a while. Like, come on. Bill 4393. By the way, could you pilot a nacelle on its own? Didn't the Enterprise take crew take residence in a nacelle, but they transferred control to there? Yeah, but that was more like a auxiliary control room. I don't think you could fly just in a cell. I don't think that's viable. But who knows? I mean, it's a good question, actually. Olivia Julius with $10. What was the game called that gave us a favorite song? Ella Moraine, count to 4. Ella Moraine, then 3 more. Ella Moraine, then you can see Ella Moraine. You'll come with me. There were shops. The third shop. What was that game called? I'm not even going to hazard a guess. I'll just take a drink for that one because as soon as I drink, I'll remember what it is. Chula? Okay, I wouldn't have remembered that. You guys should do a Fleetyards episode on a transport ship from the first Total Recall movie. I actually like the design. I'm sure we probably will at some point, so sure. Dystopian Guy. Paul Verhoeven was a sick director. Total Recall, RoboCop, Starship Troopers. Sub Mega. What happens when a stormtrooper shoots at a red shirt? Oblivion. YJ Wrangler. They were still using the whole ship. They just moved the bridge to the nacelle. Yeah, it's like an auxiliary control room. Misha. Yep. Said 257.4. A bit of waffling, but got there in the end. Well, I was thinking. Conundrum. Misha, Star Trek ships would pound the crap out of Star Wars. Hell yeah. Misha, one thing, Star Wars ships are much faster, but otherwise... I suppose so. Turd Ferguson, the reason stormtroopers don't have families, they keep sticking it in the small exhaust port just below the main port. Oh, good God. That's where I'll fire my proton torpedoes if I get the chance. Mark says Oberth class ships would still get destroyed by Star Wars ships. Oh, come on. Don't pick on the Oberth. They're really cool. I got an Oberth right over here. Right here. Here's a tiny little Oberth. I love the Oberth design. It's a nice little ship. It goes flying whoosh. Whoosh. Don't pick on the Oberth, man. Yeah, hyperdrive is faster, maybe equivalent to slipstream, but Starfleet has shields, transporters, better energy weapons, etc. Olivia says Chula, that's the name of the game, okay. Fleet well, they're made of explodium, so yeah. Squadron course, that and everyone knows that stormtroopers can't aim worth a shit. Or worth a fuck, or worth a whatever. Mark, don't cross that corridor or you'll mess up the warp field. For inside the Defiant. No, I think there'd be enclosed tubes that could allow line of sight. There wouldn't be corridors. But anyway. And the Delta Flyer is made of crashium. Terry Farley, I always saw the Defiant nacelles being a crap ton of physical armor, so not really needing large visible grills, let alone pairs. Yeah. Just had a funny thought. Stormtrooper guns have sights, but they can't hit anything. Starfleet phasers have no sights, but they never miss. Well, they do miss when the plot calls for it. They almost never miss, you said. Sorry. Joseph Barbato, Conundrum was the Macduff episode name you're thinking of. Oh, yes. Thank you. Terry Farley, Oberth was sexy in Star Trek 3. Hell yes, it was. Bill, 4393, isn't Conundrum something that was said on the sci-fi series 7 Days? I don't know. Conundrum's probably been said a lot, because a conundrum is just a problem that needs to be solved. Libby Julius, $5. Name the species that introduces the game to Clark. Hint, it's not the Ultramarine. I don't know. I don't know what the species is called. Take a fucking drink. Or God 6. I'd hate to be the janitor in the Death Star bathroom. Those stormtroopers can't aim. They probably have a big trough. SC Scout Guy, can you imagine how badly a photon torpedo would wreck a Star Destroyer? It would be ass-kicking of epic proportion. Yeah. And forget photon torpedoes. What about quantum torpedoes? Misha puts in $10. By the way, picked up some of the STO Eaglemoss ships. Quite interesting. How much did they change some of these from Discovery ships? Okay, you're talking about the Discovery designs that they put in STO. They actually sexied a lot of them up. They, like, the USS, or the, STO version of the Shinzo, the Giorgio class, done by Thomas Maroney. It looks great. It's got the TMP era style, but the Shinjo design, and it looks fucking great. Like they improve them immensely in each case when they put them in STO. The STO ships have some great stuff. Great looks to them. Fleet Pause Swiftback. Yes, I'm using low reloaded jokes. I'll shut up now. You're fired? Just kidding. Livy Julius, the Wadi. Okay. Cullen Barrett. Ben Sisko had been the first officer of the USS Saratoga when it was destroyed. However, he had previously been the first officer of another ship. On which ship did Benjamin Sisko has Benjamin Sisko been a first officer? Um, it was the Saratoga. The don't know. But since you didn't send the super chat, you don't have to drink. Misha, I'll agree the Oberth is a great ship. If we agree it's a sensor science pod hanging down there, that being an engineering hull is not logical. Yes, we talked about that in our Oberth class episode. It would probably have mission specific modules for the bottom there, and all those big blue sections on the bottom are probably just huge sensor suites for a scientific survey. It is a scientific survey ship. So orbit a planet, have the big pallets pointing down at the planet. You can scan like large surfaces or swaths of the planet. So yeah, I would agree. Fleet Pal says, let's not get started on transphasic torpedoes. One transphasic would kill 3 super Star Destroyers and a standard Star Destroyer. Squadron Course, or the Starfleet Battles thing versus Star Destroyers. Use T-bombs, beam a torpedo into the enemy ship. Yep, transporter bombs for the win. Bill 4393, like with Star Wars, have we seen a vessel in Trek go to warp to half a huge enemy ship in two? Oh, no, we have not. I think we've heard once of like warping into something, but I could be wrong about that. Oh, that was one of our verses very early on in Trekyards when we did verses at the end of the episode. I think I had the Botany Bay. And Samuel had like the Federation class dreadnought. And we assumed, let's say the Botany Bay had warp for a minute. I would just warp myself into the dreadnought to kill him. Something like that. I can't remember exactly. That was a long time ago. Curtis says, hi, Captain. I canceled my Enterprise D build, but I am thinking on doing the R2D2 build. Well, the R2D2 build is not a full-size R2D2, Curtis. I looked into it. It's like half-size, which is still good, but honestly, I just want to build a fucking full-scale one, so. Misha, thanks. I like most of these, and I was kind of wondering why so many people didn't like the disco ships if they look like these. Europa is neat, and the Shran is interesting. Yeah, they really made them look good for STO. They're not bad designs. It's just the Discovery aesthetics that are attached to those designs are kind of ick. Collins says Sisko was promoted to first officer of the USS Okinawa by Captain Layton. YJ Wrangler, Galactica versus a Star Destroyer, Super Star Destroyer. I have no idea if a Star Destroyer can handle a nuke. That'd be interesting. That's actually more of a good versus, like Battlestar Galactica versus a Star Destroyer. And you got the Vipers that launch out of it versus the TIE Fighters that launch out of it. That's a fantastic battle idea. I get the distinct feeling that the Star Destroyer has more firepower, like more turbo lasers and stuff, but I don't know who would win that. I'm gonna probably say I don't know. I don't even know. War God 6, still got to get through the shields on Star Wars ships. I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem though. They seem a lot weaker. Rhode Island. Captain, after Luke and Han rescued Leia, didn't Princess Leia suggest that the stormtroopers were missing them on purpose? Oh, maybe they let us escape. That's the only way to explain the ease of the escape, whatever. Easy? You call that easy? Yeah. Olivia Julius, $20. Damn it. What rule did Chakotay break in the episode Nemesis? And why was it forgiven? Well, Nemesis is the one with species 8472. What rule did he break? Don't know. That's a half a shot. Shit, son. Alright, hold on. Pug, hold my iPad. So, Crystal had vodka. The sound. Oh, the sound woke Precious up. She's like, hmm, hmm, hmm. Half a shot. Crystal had vodka. I don't know the answer to the question. Do you know the answer to the question? No, he doesn't know either. I don't know. Probably wasn't even the 8472 episode. I don't fucking know. Squadron course. Would that work? Once the warp field is established, space is moving with the ship. So wouldn't the ship at warp just pass through the other one? No! I don't know. Speaking of warp, there's a warp scale. Nick, it's a warp factor. Ooh, warp 9.96, 9.9999, warp 10. Oh my god, no. Curtis, thanks, Captain. That's good to know on the R2 build, so I pass on it then. Oh. I'll pass on it. I mean, half size R2 is still half size. It's still. Terry I bet you Planty would want to half size R2D2. Just saying, I know she's an R2 fan, so. Terry says disco ships are cool. That's all I care about disco, though. And the hate starts. Misha, Star Wars versus BSG. That was tried in the late 70s. Lucas won. Clever Misha. Fleet Pod. Here's one. Andromeda Ascendant versus Battlestar Galactica. This one is a tough one because both deploy fighters and have missile weapons, but I don't give a flying fuck about Ascendant. So Battlestar Galactica would win. There's just such different looking ships. I don't know. Planty, skulls of your enemy's vodka. Apparently, glass is your enemy. Yes. Turd Ferguson, Chakotay banged an 8472 who was, fun fact, played by the actress who played Ellen Ty in BSG. Yes, he did. And that was a good episode, too. David Julius, no, in the episode he crashed and got his brain washed into believing that he would help a faction in a war. He broke the Prime Directive and he was forgiven because he was brainwashed. Okay, I don't know if I remember that one. So, Curtis says the captain is drinking moonshine. No, I'm not. Vodka. Colin says Ben Sisko is remembered as one of the best combat captains of the 24th century. However, Command Division was not his first career choice. What Starfleet Academy course did he first enroll in? Sisko? I have no idea. That's a big I don't know for me. Bill 4393. The best scene in Galactica was where the Galactica was falling into the planet and it FTL'd out of there. Still something we haven't seen in Trek yet. Yeah, that's a good scene. YJ Wrangler, doesn't Dan Aykroyd make that vodka? He does indeed. And he's Canadian, and it's Canadian and things. Joseph Barbado, no, not Warp 10. We're all going to turn into salamander thingies. Planty, yes, please. I will defile him. I mean, what? So you don't want a full size one? Half size is fine? Okay. That's good to know. Misha, Ellen definitely got around. Squadron course. And sleep with the captain. Wait. What? Who's sleeping with the captain? What? And what captain? Squadron course. Clarification is required. Fleet Pal says, no, I'd look horrible as a salamander thing. I look horrible as a human as it is. It might look better then, Fleet Pal. I don't know. Bryce says, shit, I forgot this had started. Well, welcome, Bryce. You're here now, and that's all that matters. That's important. Joseph, did Cisco enroll in Cajun cooking courses at the Academy? I don't think so. Cryptic Spider-Man. I just saw one of the Sorts Trek episodes. For some reason, I felt like they were setting up Una and Spock romance. What are your thoughts on this idea? Oh, that's the elevator, the turbo lift one. No, they're not going to have a romance between the two of those. Absolutely 100% no. A lot of people hated that episode or that short because of the singing and stuff. I didn't mind it. I gotta say. I thought it was appropriate. And, the two that are most alike, dispassionate, they try to be logical. I thought it was fine. I thought it was a good short, so. Colin Barrett, Ben Sisko enrolled in Starfleet Command Engineering Division in 2350. Olivia Julius, $5. What is the Talaxian Borg designation? I don't know. Species, some kind of number. I don't know. Colin Barrett says Academy Engineering Division. Squadron course, if we go to Warp 10, we turn into salamanders and sleep with the captain. Just saying, oh, wow, hey. Not me, so that's cool. Bill, 4393. Stuart, could you imagine a Netflix or HBO Max Trek series and how far they could go with it? I can imagine a lot of things. And yeah, that would be kind of cool. Species 218 is the answer. The turbolift roller coasters need to die. Amen. Amen. Puggy, watch my iPad. Does anybody want to see the pug? Dot's not up here, but Precious is here because she's a suck. Planty says, I want to see the dot. Well, the dot's downstairs. Pug, ... Can there be a Defiant with Jadzia in command when they try the Warp 10 thing? I see what you did there. Olivia wants to see the pug. Curtis says, where's the pug? Cryptic Spider-Man, do you want 2023 Trek to be Prime movie or Kelvin movie? Prime movie, for sure. I could go for another Kelvin movie, though. It is a pug. Not everybody likes the puggins. You right? I know, I couldn't believe it when I heard that either. Some people like that better. But most of you people like the puggins. There, Olivia can see you now. She's like, what's happening? Do I get a treat? Oh, it's a big yawn. It's a big yawn. Dot's not up here. Dot doesn't like coming up here when I'm filming. But this one's a massive suck. I'm covered in pug litter now. Terry says, yes, pug. Bill says, by the time you get the Enterprise D build, you'll have the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, if you mean when they ship it to me, yeah, I hope so. Olivia says, sad fact of life, dogs are more popular than the captain. Precious puggy, it is a tolerable life form. That's not very nice. Cryptic Spider-Man, the Lord Pug has returned. Pug! Ah, precious. I like the pug. Mark puts in $5. Who is the Cardassian gull that appeared in TNG, then later appeared on a wanted poster in Odo's office? Golovec? Go Madrid? Go Seagull? I don't know. I'll take a drink for that because I probably got that wrong. Bryce, whoa, dude, who peed in your poutine? I'm working on some Canadian insults. Terry says, camera shy pug, but low nonetheless. Captain Pug, Puggy, I see your pug and raised you a peanut. Joseph says, the only reason I want another Kelvin movie is because we got to see their version of the Enterprise A for about 5 seconds. Yeah, exactly. Colin says, rumor machine suggests Paramount is looking to cast a young Picard for the next movie, which will be set in the Kelvin universe. Again, that came from a rumor machine. Yeah, so nobody cares because it's not true. Livy Julius, $5. Human Borg designation number. I don't know the numbers. The hell? Humans are so fucking important in Star Trek. It's probably species 00001. Wonder what size the Enterprise D will be in the Kelvin Enterprise, being twice the size of the Enterprise. It'll be fucking huge. Star Destroyer huge. Squadron Course. The A version was better, to be honest. I don't like either version of the JJ Enterprise. I do like the Aegis from Bridge Commander, though. Aegis is great, and the A was a lot better than either of the Ryan Church JJ Prize or the one that came later with the banana struts. It just looks stupid. Answer is Goldalac. Species 5618. Guys, I need to get another drink, so I'm going to head downstairs for a second. I'm going to go to the fridge. I'm going to get another drink. I will be right back, and I'll try to confiscate a dot on the way so you guys can see dot, if that's okay. It's a lot of meowing going on, I see. Hold on a second. I'm going to go get another drink. Hopefully the pug stays here and doesn't fall. I'll be right back. So don't touch anything. By all means, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Is Dot in there? So, for the miscreants and troublemakers in the audience, I have acquired for you a Dot. She's not as good with the camera as Precious is. There you go. There she is. You haven't seen her in a long time. Everybody thinks that the pug is more loved. But I don't think the pug is more loved. Dot is super cute. She's all nervous. She's like, why are you holding me up to this thing? Look, it's okay. She's camera shy. They miss you. They never see you, Dot. See? They're being so nice to you, saying nice things about you. You're going to be charged with mutiny. What were you doing when I was gone? So there you go. There's Dot. I hope everybody that wanted to see Dot is happy. Do you want to go now? She's like, please let me down. Precious, you leave her alone. All right, let's see what you guys have been up to. Come on, lay down. Come on. Jadzia, no way. Esri Dax, Hubba Hubba. She's a Canadian actress too. She was on another sci-fi series in the early 90s, Deepwater Black. It was based on some YA sci-fi books. Tom Hardy's never doing Star Trek again. No, he won't. What are the banana struts? Look them up. Look up JJ Enterprise banana struts. What pug species designation or what Borg species designation are pugs? Olivia says she's in charge. Lucky we got the Venom roll. Wow, the Defiant shuttle type shuttle background. So how's the weather, peeps? Hi, I'm Planty, and I'm a YouTubeaholic. Hi, Planty. Who put you in charge? No, Olivia, I'm in charge. Everybody dance now. Yeah, it wasn't Tom Hardy's fault. Nemesis failed. I outrank you. Never resist the mutiny attempt. All hail Captain Julius. Fight, fight, fight. Star Wars and Star Trek, same shelves. Oh, Dot. Olivia is a crazy admiral. Hearing a pug footsteps just made my evening great. Dot, not a puppy. Dot, not a puggy, but close. All hail Captain Swiftback. You were assassinated last night, Olivia. That was tonight. Mark says, Captain's gone. Time for a Mirror Universe mutiny. Planty says, without an announced person to be in control of the bridge, I'm going to default to Fleet Paul Swiftback over Olivia. Apologies. But Olivia is the president of the Federation. Dreamer out there. Dot. What a glorious sight to behold. Captain Foley is back. We're all going to be charged with mutiny. Planty says, Dot. Or Dot. Dot. I mean, you named the other one Precious. You wonder why we think Dot is less loved. See, I want to get another dog. Maybe a Pomeranian and call it Calm. So I can be like, Precious, Dot, Calm. Maybe get one called WWW. I don't know. Is Dot a rat terrier mix? She's got a little bit of rat terrier in her, yes, but she's the majority of her is Chihuahua, but she does have some rat terrier, so good call. Do you suppose that the Mirror Universe they call the Prime Universe the Mirror Universe? Orion 14. Love the L cars monitor in the background. Dot Matrix. Olivia Julia's $5. She's like, there's Dad talking to that thing again. He keeps changing its name from Fleet Pod to Dan23 to Olivia all the time. She probably thinks that. She's pretty smart. Cryptic Spider-Man, Captain Foley. It is my regret to inform you that Olivia was attempting to start mutiny on the bridge. Oh my God. .com would be her webpage. How is Dot's leg? Dot's leg is much better. Much, much better. So thank you for asking. Olivia Julius, I'm ranked higher than Fleet Paw. See, now I'm behind the chat again. It feels good because it's like this how it should be. Bryce, what? The Kelvin Enterprise A was fugly. Those huge arse pylons and the forward edge of the neck that goes straight up, no curve. The weird placement of the saucer. Those weird shaped undersized nacelles. Undersized nacelles? Bryce, go suck a bag of dicks. They're not undersized. They're actually sized quite appropriately for the ship. And it's one of the things I like about it is the proportion of the nacelles and the way they're spaced. They're spaced appropriately, unlike the fucking JJ Prize that they're 5 times too big and they're fucking right beside each other. They're way too close. So the A fixed that. Yeah, the rear sweep of this strut isn't the best, depending on which picture you're looking at, whether you're looking at the original concept art or the actual model. We did talk to Sean Hargraves about it, and the ship's actually pretty good looking. I see what you're saying about the front of the saucer or the front of the neck, but I think you're looking at specifically the concept art for it. So Trust me, it's a lot better than the fucking JJ prize. Squadron course, a mutiny. I thought she was trying to start a dance party. He's back. Time for me to escape. Adam is here. We are doing well, Adam. Hope you are well as well. Colin says palms can be temperamental. Planty, a Pomeranian. Hurl. Comnet.org edu. Eric Martin, $5. Enjoying the hot tub, but wanted to check in and say hi. Well, hi, Eric. Enjoy your hot tub. We haven't had a chance to go in the hot tub for like a few nights now because it's been shitty weather. But yeah. Curtis says, I have a Pomeranian and his name is Sam. Aw. Cryptic says, I think the JJ prize is better than the... JJ prize A is better than the other. The first one looks like someone tried to take a shit. Bryce says, plus the Kelvin A shuttle bay doors and opening are way too small. They were in the fucking JJ prize as well. It's for the size of the interior of that thing. And there is no detail there, but at least it has a rear-facing photon tubes, just like the Kelvin Enterprise and the Disco prize. Nemesis Warrior, USS Stargazer was better looking, honestly. Misha, Olivia, don't try taking over the bridge. Just lock the lift doors and shut off the life support. Remember what Khan taught us, and it worked well too. Stuart, this new Trek movie have a new Enterprise design. I hope so. I hope it's a good one. Cryptic says Khan isn't here though. In one universe, he was a plant. He is a planet that blew up, and the other he is frozen. And Adam Juneman, we have an Australian Shepherd, Norwegian Elkhound, a Chiweenie, and a Beagle mix. Yeah, before the pug, I had a puggle, which is part pug, part beagle. So it had a longer nose, had floppier ears, had kind of a howl to it. Here, let me finish this. This is the peach one. Something not finished actually, but I got another one. This is the blood orange flavor, which is really good. So, Squadron course on the JJ Enterprise A. It's the pylons that bug me. Don't like how they attach to the nacelle or the hull. Would look much better with the forward swept pylons from the fan version. No, it wouldn't. Yes, it would. I know which one you're talking about. We actually reviewed that in a mission briefing, and yeah, the forward swept pylons look fantastic, actually. Very nice design. So, for a second there, I thought you were talking about something else, and I was like, no. But yeah, you're absolutely right, because I know exactly which one you're talking about now. Yeah, where the nacelle pylons attach is a little bit worrisome on the JJ Prize A, but like they're like right here. Like if you're looking at that, it's like right at the front. It's like, but still better than the JJ Prize Ryan Church piece of shit. Bill 4393. Did Archer have a beagle on board the NX-01? Yes. Cryptic Spider-Man. Man, I just want an Eagle Moss JJ Enterprise A to finish my Kelvin collection. Bryce says, nope, you are wrong. The nacelles on the Kelvin A are undersized compared to those huge-ass pylon things that make the ship look like it plucked a skinned turkey ready to be stuffed. Yeah, you're not... You're not talking about the final version that was in the film. You're talking about the concept art. Because I know exactly why you're saying that. We even make that reference in our episode where we talked to Sean Hargraves. We're like, kind of looks like a turkey, essentially. But anyway. And they're not undersized. They're fucking perfect nacelles for the size of that ship. They figured that out, at least. So, hate to tell you you're wrong, Bryce, but you're wrong. Colin says, I have a Cavalier King Charles Spaniard, twin brothers, beautiful animals in every way, but hard work as they can be very demanding. Cryptic Spider-Man says, Bryce, you're going to start a war with the captain. This could get you demoted. Mark, blood orange or blood wine? That's blood orange, but... Fleet Paw. I've got many pincers. They all have personalities, huge assholes personalities. Yeah, a lot of people confuse Dot for a mini pin when they first see her because she's got that very pin-like stance. So the nacelles on the Enterprise J were huge and pointy. Well, the Enterprise J had awful nacelles. Bryce says, I'm pretty sure that the Kelvin A shuttle bay is much smaller than the JJ Prize. Probably, and it should be, because the JJ Prize, even though proportionally outside, it's pretty accurate and pretty good. As soon as you see the shuttle go in, and it's like, there's like fucking 5 or 6 shuttles on each side. It's like, no, that's no. What the fuck? No. Just stop. Stop. Just put down the franchise, JJ, and back away. Orion 14. The JJ Prize pylons should not only be swept forward, the pylons should be a little thicker. Cryptic Spider-Man. The Enterprise J to me looks like a flattened pan. It also looks really fragile. It doesn't work for me. Adam Juneman. I have been working on a model of the Enterprise B. I have so much more respect for the design and detail, and I think I would take the B over the Enterprise A. What? Adam, dude, no, don't do that. Planty says, I kind of like a dog with a strong, sassy personality. They can be a little cold, but it makes them feel even more like little people with their own personalities. Turd Ferguson, I just got the Eagle Moss XL Reliant. To me, it is still the best design ever. The right percentage of greeblies and Trek smooth speedboat styling. Bryce, I would suggest you look up Trekyards, Sean Hargraves, like type in Trekyards, Sean Hargraves, 1701A, and you'll find the video where we talk to him about it and show different versions of it. Cryptic says, why are there 20 shuttles on the JJ Prize when there are only 2 in Prime? Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Mallory M., I'm sorry I criticized your TOS ship the other week. What? I don't remember that, Mallory. You don't have to be sorry. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it. And I don't know what you're talking about specifically. I should talk about the Foley class. And even, don't be sorry. Bill 4393, only JJ could give us a distillery as an engineer. This is true. Also a water park. It does have like water slides. Puggy snores. Yes, she does. Colin Barrett, I have a model of the Enterprise J, so it's so delicate, I'm afraid to touch it. Yeah, I've got the XL Eagle Moss one, and it's like, ding, just afraid to touch it. Patrick D, Ares TNG or original series? What do you mean? Ares TNG or original series? Don't know what you mean. Curtis, Captain, it'd be nice if Eagle Moss to do a classic Enterprise build with light. Now that would be cool. That would be cool. What they need to do, honestly, what Eagle Moss should do is a bridge. A TOS bridge. You build each section and have it light up and eventually have the full bridge that you could put on a nice display stand that tilts forward so you can see everything. That would be fantastic. Squadron Course, I'm on the 518th version of the 3D model of the Captain from my book. I'm starting to think that working on her too much might not be healthy. Terry Farley, someone did a JJ Enterprise D and the saucer looks like a cheeseburger. Joseph Barbado, I do love some Excelsior class ships. What happened? Escape pod scan. Load, please. Cryptic Spider-Man, I just want you to imagine the size of the JJ, the Enterprise J in the Kelvin verse. Holy shit. Fleetpaw, here's part 1 of that interview with Sean. Thank you very much, Fleetpaw, for sharing that. Patrick D, it was a bridge crew question. Ares. I think you mean Aegis. Aegis, TNG, or original series. Original series is my favorite for that, obviously, than TNG. than the Kelvinverse one, the Aegis. Although the Aegis, I love the displays. I love the holographic little pop-ups and stuff. That is pretty cool. So, Orion 14. I honestly think the Miranda-style Dreadnought with about 50 to 60 decks and enough room for an actual Miranda class in either docking bay, kind of think it would be cool in sort of a Sovereign style. I guess. Robin Westfall. Had my birthday a week ago. Big 3-4. By the way, hiya, Cap. Happy birthday, Robert. Ooh, you're 34. You're so old, man. What's up? How's it feel to be so old? I don't know. I ain't no 34. Happy birthday, man. Bill 4393. Isn't Mobile Playmobil doing an original Enterprise with bridge, cutaways, and lights and sounds? Yes, they are, but it's pretty expensive from what I've heard. Planty says, how old is this photo? What photo? What? I don't know what photo you're talking about. Adam Juneman. For one thing, the neck of the Enterprise B is so much better than the Enterprise A. Robert Westfeld says, also liked. So you hit like button. That's great. We have 64 likes, which is fantastic. Can we get another 6 likes to get to 70? That'd be great. Don't know if we can, but that'd be awesome. Libby Julius, I missed the cat design. I need to improve it and make it the CBT design. Misha, $5. Thank you so much, Misha. To help with the pain of talking about the JJ Prize for so long, Eagle Moss idea, a D7 with Romulan markings. Maybe a con special. So you're talking like the V11 Stormhawk, which is the Romulan version of the D7, Klingon D7. That would be great. That'd be fantastic. Like the ones we see in the remastered Enterprise Incident. Although those aren't V11 Stormhawks because they still have the standard D7 nacelles on them. And the V11 Stormhawk was from FASA, and the nacelles were quite different. They were a smaller, shrunk down, stylized version for the Romulan version. So anyway, yeah, that'd be great. Squadron Course, I guess that the JJ version of the Enterprise J would be able to put space dock at Shuttle Bay. Yeah, yeah. Fleet Pod Swiftback, I'm thinking you try a bus. B-class undersling shuttle, or underling shuttle. Cryptic Spider-Man, it might just be me, but Into Darkness felt like a 9/11 allegory with it. And terrorist attack and then Rada attack, militarizing Starfleet, but the con story really ruined that story for me. Yeah, it definitely was that, exactly. Even talking about it in one of the interviews, I think. Sorry, I just need to have a drink. It's almost gone. And now I'm going to crack open the blood orange. Bryce says, what is funny is how the producers of Beyond went through all of the trouble of altering the JJ Prize 2, give it its thin, swept black razorback pylons, also known as the banana struts, only to replace its ship with the wide pylons again. Well, nothing made me cheer louder than seeing that thing get its fucking throat slit in that movie. Those fucking swarm ships just slicing through the secondary hull, cutting the neck, literally, severing the pylons. I was like, oh, this is fucking great. Like, that was one of the best parts of that movie. That being said, they made it look really good. When it was flying through that nebula towards the planet, they had some really great passes of that ship, and I'd hate that ship. But it looked good. Like, they did a good job. And then, yes, just all the swarm ships just smashing into the secondary hull, just chewing up that deflector, cutting the pylons right off so the nacelles drift away. And then Crawl actually says slit her throat, and they just fucking take out the neck of it. Oh, it's fucking beautiful. One of my favorite Star Trek moments captured on the big screen. Sorry. Louis Julius, $5. I'm thinking of a Star Trek episode. Which one am I thinking of? Whichever one you're thinking of. I'm going to say Spock's brain, but I'm probably wrong, so I'll take a drink. Mark says I turned 38 last week. Well, happy birthday. Planty, the photo I messaged a link to directly after asking how old the photo is, unless you have links blocked for non-mods or something. I do. I didn't see a link come through. Can you send it to me direct message, maybe? Because, yeah, I don't think, unless you're a moderator, you can't share links. Robert Westfall, my birthday was great and I'm pimping the 34. Terry Farley, Excelsior in Star Trek 3, 4, and 6 got me fairly hooked. Let's see what we got going on here. How old is this picture of Samuel Cockings? That's probably 3 years old, maybe 4 years old, would be my guess. Why do you ask? Anyway, Excelsior and Star Trek 3, 4, and 6 got me fairly hooked on the Trek along with FASA. However, Refit Enterprise is still better than the Excelsior. Squadron Course, happy birthday. Ginger or Marianne? Hey, when I was younger, it was Ginger for some fucking reason. It's totally fucking Marianne. Oh my god, Marianne, 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 marry me. Yeah. Bill 4393. By the way, JJ put R2D2 floating in space with some debris as an Easter egg, seen as he did in Star Wars 2. R2 is in the 2009 Star Trek in the debris. He's also in Into Darkness when they're in warp and they get the hole blown in the side of the Enterprise and all the people fly out. R2's there too. So he's in 2 of the JJ movies, which normally I would love because I'm a huge R2D2 fan and Star Trek, but considering what JJ did to Star Trek, I'm like, fuck you, you ignorant dick. How dare you put R2D2 in such a shit piece of... fucking JJ. Turd Ferguson, Trekyards, what do you think of the Star Trek Online Kittimer class ship? It's a Klingon aft section with a Federation-ish hull. Yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty cool, actually. It's an interesting design, if it's the one I'm thinking of. But that's based on an older design that was a kit bash from a few years ago. So, Word God 6. I like the Defiant, a.k.a. Valiant, all cars. Where'd you get that one? As it just passed behind you. Better than the actual Defiant. I don't know where I got it. I've collected these over the years from multiple different places. So, Misha, crap. Did he just finish the vodka bottle? I did not. Robert Westfall, 2 days before me. LOL. What? Fleetpaw says, which scene was better, Stuart? The JJ Prize getting her throat cut like that, or Burnham being run through with a sword? Oh, the JJ Prize. The JJ Prize for sure. Colin Barrett, I was surprised that people did not know it was Khan. I remember the uncut version of Space Seed where when Khan grabs McCoy on walking up and he is asked his name, he says John Harrison. Uncut version of Space Seed. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there. I don't know about that. Cryptic Spider-Man. Foley just had an orgasm explaining how he feels about the JJ Prize being put in a coffin. Say goodbye to the JJ Prize. Terry Farley. My favorite TOS are the most campy episodes, like the pink-colored fried eggs flopping around on the ground with strings. The macro neurons. Yes. The fried egg. Bryce says the Beyond 1701 with alterations had a huge amount of space between the front of the nacelles and the saucer section. Imagine if the saucer wasn't set so far back on the neck, the space would be even wider. Matt Boardman is here. Just dropped in to say hello. Good to see you, Matt. Squadra Course. Funny when you think about the differences in how you felt when Kirk destroyed the Enterprise versus Star Trek Beyond. Totally different relationship there. Absolutely. Planty, on Twitch, they yell at you for sharing links. Apparently on YouTube, they just quietly don't send your message. Yeah, sorry about that. Bill4393, would Tim Russ ever come back to play Tuvok? Yeah, I'm sure he would. Planty, that is only 3 years ago, really? 3 or 4 years? The most would be 5. It was at least a year or so after we started, and we're going to be coming up on our 7th year in October this year, so it might be a little longer. It might be 5 years ago. It was early on. Cryptic Spider-Man, crazy theory time. Someone on the internet made a theory saying John Harrison was a Khan henchman that was instructed that if in the event that they were awoken before Khan, he would say he was Khan. Yeah, we've come up with something similar on Trekyards, just that he was one of the Supermen that got thawed and Khan wasn't, and he just said he was Khan just to take the prestige. So, Planty, he just looks so young. Cryptic Spider-Man to protect the real Khan. Adam Juneman, my favorite ships have to be the Enterprise E and the Enterprise F. Have both from Eagle Moss. Planty says, no problem, I wasn't trying to complain. I'm not that used to this platform, so I didn't know the rules. Twitch, usually the bot tells you what you did wrong. Robert Westfall, can I put in a link to my blog spot in here? You cannot, no, I don't think so. Olivia Julius, $5. Who is Serenity's engineer? Firefly. Jewel Straight is her name, the actress. I don't know the character's name, so I'll take a drink because blood orange is yummy. Fleet Paw says, no worries, I don't think we have bots though. Planty says, I was on your website looking for a good graphic for your Insignia Com badge, and I ran across this gem of a bartender Calkins, and I needed to know. You can just ask me if you need something. The website hasn't been updated in a while, so Misha, $5. Peanut meowed when you spat at the Enterprise. I assume that means she agrees. Robert Westfall, could you let Cap know I'd like to put in a link to my blog? I know, so there you go. I don't think that they'll accept links though, but you can try. Colin says the version of Space Seed on VHS has an extra minute or two compared to the TV and remastered version. No idea why. Bartender Cocking. Thinking about it, he does look like that, doesn't he? Must mean YouTube actually has some opinions they support instead of having no infrastructure and making you have a bot for everything. Bill4393. Stuart, did you see the Transformers Jurassic Park crossover figures with Beast Wars Megatron as the T-Rex? And it also comes with the Jurassic Park 4-wheel vehicle transformer. Yes, I did see those. Not interested. Bryce says, saw that YouTube vid showing how huge Enterprise D is compared to its 1,000 crew members, done by Eric Henry, and how much space they would have. Maybe there's 1,000 permanent crew, but many more rotating crew to fill the ship. No, if you watch our Galaxy Class episodes, we did a full rundown on the Galaxy Class. It's a 3-parter. There's 1,012 crew. That's it. All the extra space is for emergency evacuations, planetary surveys, scientific surveys, if they have to bring a bunch of people on board. So it's unused space generally, but that's fine because it's also a ship that can do whatever you need it to. So yes, if you have a scientific survey crew coming on board or whatever, like you can do that kind of thing. You can run people from one starbase to another starbase or to a colony. That's kind of what the ship is for. So they could make a post-Voyager show about Tuvok as the captain of a new ship. That might be good. Turd says, I literally heard people crying in the theater when the OG Enterprise blew up. The Generation's cheap-ass destruction of the D, and JJ is ham-handed nod. Yep. Curtis says, I thought Calkins was 3 years old in that photo, Captain. Wow, he doesn't look that young. Mark says, with that JJ, with, ugh, with what JJ did to the Enterprise, I can only imagine how a JJ Dreadnought would look like. Gregory Waters, remembering the Wrath of Khan, and I wondered why all of the Khan people were so young. Misha said I had a TOS Balance of Terror and Space Seed on video back in the 80s. What JJ did to Khan, dear Lord. Adam Juneman, so after 7 years, are you doing a spin-off? Trekyards, The Next Generation. Maybe. Terry says, Julia Straight is above my pay grade, yet I don't find her attractive. Maybe her eyes, but that's it. I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating some crackers, you know what I'm saying? So, Cryptic Spider-Man, every April Fool's Foley should do a Mirror Universe or JJ episode that is a complete satire. We try to do something special for April Fool's Day, so. Oh, yeah, if we pause posting part 1 of the Galaxy Class show. I wonder how many bars and lounges and rec rooms and observation lounges and gyms and swimming pools and bowling alleys and fencing and ambujitsu dojos, etc. And most would be empty most of the time. Creepy. Yeah, pretty much. Fleet Pal put part 2 of the Galaxy Class in there. Colin says, I still remember the stunned silence in the cinema when the Enterprise D came to rest in Generations. And then you hear somebody in the back of the theater. That's why you don't let a woman drive. That's a joke, by the way, so hopefully no women out there get offended. Chris says, my fanfic is JJ verse is endangered. The JJ verse is endangered of Dominion with Ben Sisko and Bashir negotiate the release of Khan and crew. Wow. Bill 4393, sad news. Did you hear of the passing of movie director Richard Donner, the original Superman film's director? Yes, a few days ago, at 91. He was 91 years old. Yeah, Robert Westfall, just stop trying to share it. You put a link in, it can't be approved by a mod. Mods have to post the link themselves. Mods can post links, other people can't. So it's not like we have an option of, here's a waiting link if you want to check it out and post it. I don't think that's an option because I've never seen that happen before. So Terry says, is her name Straight or State? It's probably State. I probably said it wrong. Cryptic Spider-Man, what is your favorite Enterprise? TOS Enterprise and the refit. They kind of go hand in hand, so same ship essentially. Olivia, Cap, I drive every day. I know, it's a goddamn joke. Relax. Don't let Deanna drive. Don't let the Betazoid drive. Bryce, my theory is 1,000 crew plus however many family. Then with that, the lab space, they could carry multiple temporary mission-specific specialist crews who are there for a specific mission and then leave. Yes. Squadron Course, I thought State was correct. It probably is. Cryptic Spider-Man, without bias, who would win in a fight? TOS Enterprise or the Kelvin Enterprise? Probably the Kelvin Enterprise. Misha, am I weird for liking the Botany Bay model? I've always liked it since I built the model as a teen. No, you're not. It's kind of a cool design. I love that they use a submarine because it makes sense. Watertight would be pretty much, hopefully pretty easy to make airtight as well. So I kind of like that. Let's see. Squadron Course, how many crew was the Galaxy class originally intended to have? When Andrew Probert designed the Galaxy class, he designed it for a crew of 6,000 to 7,000 personnel. And Gene Roddenberry said, nope, we don't have enough extras to show anywhere near that. So the crew is 1,012. And we talked to Andrew Probert about this in one of the interviews we did with him. He was like, "Are you kidding me? Look at the size of this ship. You got a crew of 1,012? That's ridiculous." But yeah, Gene Roddenberry wanted a crew of 1,012. What an odd number, I know, but there you have it. So 1,012 it is, but it was designed for a crew of at least 6,000 to 7,000 people. Someone must design a JJ verse of USS Voyager. No, they mustn't. Misha, they never let me drive. Wonder why. Jesus Christ, man. Colin, I think I was referenced somewhere in the Galaxy class, could easily accommodate over 2,000 people on board. Fuck, a lot more than that, dude. It's got an evacuation limit of like 12,000 people for evacuation purposes. That's including the crew or that's on top of the crew that's already there. So, Bill 4393, is there no tiny model of your Camaro that you could get to fit in the shuttle bay of that huge Enterprise model you have there? No, there isn't. Adam Juneman, I'm surprised that no one died after the console ripped out of the saucer section after crashing. Mark says, in yesterday's Enterprise, the altered Enterprise could transport 10,000 troops. Yes. Curtis, I hear Kirk say at times they have 400 men and women on the ship. Curtis, the TOS Enterprise, the production one from this original series, was 430 people. In Christopher Pike's time, it was 240 people. 230 or 240. It was 200 and something in Pike's time, and then in Kirk's time, up to 430. So. Cryptic Spider-Man, if the crew of the D is 1,012 again, imagine Enterprise D crew, 4,012. Orion 14, they must never design a JJ Voyager lest it be ruined. Squadron Course, they could make the JJ Prize D 10 times bigger, but keep the crew size the same. Curtis says, okay, thanks for the great info, Captain. You're welcome, Curtis. Ow. My ass is sore. How y'all doing tonight? Are you well? I haven't been so well the last couple days. Really not feeling like myself. You don't need to hear my problems. Regardless, I just want to thank you guys because this has made me feel a lot better. So, although I have a headache now. You guys gave me a fucking headache. Fleet Pass says, if I recall correctly, wasn't the max evacuation limit at the Enterprise D something like 15,000 people? Well, it's in our episode. We have the fucking number there. Go check it out. Something like that. Turd Ferguson, the Enterprise J had a crew of 1,013. What? No, it didn't. That's ridiculous. Cryptic Spider-Man, what is the point of the JJ Voyager if the Enterprise can enter the atmosphere and not snap off? Right. Well, I mean, Cryptic Spider-Man, the TOS Enterprise could also enter the atmosphere. It did in Tomorrow Was Yesterday. Yeah, Tomorrow Was Yesterday. I'm going to say, or Assignment Earth, but it was Tomorrow Was Yesterday, where they're in the atmosphere and they're struggling to get the thing out of the atmosphere. It has a structural integrity field around it, so it can maintain that. But yeah, in JJ verse where it like falls through the clouds and like on its way to and it stops and goes back, that would probably snap everything right off. So I agree with you there. Colin, one of the greatest capacity mysteries in Star Trek is how the crew of the Constellation class all squeezed onto the Franklin and Star Trek Beyond. They didn't. They did not get the whole crew off. They got a bunch of them off. They went to Yorktown, and then they probably sent a rescue ship back. But they did not get everybody on the Franklin. Bryce says, speaking of huge amounts of space, space dock, and even more, the upsized TNG space dock starbases, just those areas they park ships next to inside the dock would have to be many times of the Enterprise of the E and D's interior space. I mean, yeah, but it's a space dock. Like that's its purpose. Robert Westfall as can be expected with a heat wave in Utah. Squadron course not doing good, Captain. Hope you feel better. Captain, you told me to ask you hard questions. You did. You did some good ones. I did get some of them, though, but yes. Joseph Barbado, all the JJ Prize talk gave the captain a headache. Yeah, that's probably what it was, actually. Curtis says, shame that Kirk didn't have a pet fish or a dog on his ship. Donnie Pearson, praying for your return to good health at Maximum Warp Cap. Not that I'm unhealthy, it's just... Thank you. Bill 4393, I don't think we'll ever see the Borg again, apart from the first season of Picard, but surely they'll come up with some other way, some other enemy in the upcoming various Trek series. Terry Farley, I'm just tired, man. Effing tired, but hope you feel better soon, Captain, and enjoy Trekyards Hangouts. Thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoy these. I really do. It's really fun just hanging out with you guys and chatting. I always have a good time, so. Idea Addict, do you think Strange New Worlds will be good? Yes, I do. They're returning to episodic format. They're also returning to more upbeat, optimistic view. So yes. Yes, I do. I have faith. Faith of the heart. Adam Juneman, JJ Prize was under the water and didn't get crushed. Yeah, that's very true. Misha, $5, pissed me off into darkness. 72 torpedoes exploded inside the damn Avenger, and it wasn't turned into a cloud of stellar dust instantly. The Avenger? I mean, the Vengeance? I'm so confused, Misha. Squadron course, yes, because hiding the ship underwater was necessary to prevent the primitive natives without telescopes from seeing it. Fucking stupid. I know. It's underwater, man. Whoa. That's wicked cool. It's fucking, what the fuck? JJ. Oh my god, you dumb fuck. I'm sorry. I'm gonna kidnap JJ Abrams. And I'm gonna kidnap Alex Kuntzman. I'm gonna tie them together by their left arm. Maybe they're both right-handed. I really don't care. And they're gonna have to fight to the death. And I'm gonna be sitting there watching it from about 10 feet away. And whoever survives, well, I better not finish that. I hate them both. Let's just put it that way. JJ Verse will bring back the Borg. Probably. Cryptic Spider-Man. Man, when I become a captain, I'm going to end my fights the way Kelvin Spock did. Beams bomb onto the other ship. Curtis enjoys being here. Well, thank you. Fleet Pa says, these are a great way to hang out with you, Stuart. They're very enjoyable. Awesome. I appreciate that, guys. Planty, not labeling you or what is happening to you because I have no idea, but depression is absolutely a health issue. So I think wishing you good health is well meaned. Thank you. Zeraxis, evening all. Figured I'd drop in and have a listen. Well, good to see you, Zeraxis. Bryce says, I think the huge Earth space dock makes sense because it's likely the main Earth port for incoming and outgoing ship, trade, business, tourism, Starfleet, and everything else. But those giant star bases. No. Herbert Westphal, what do you think of the Netflix joining Jordan Vaughn Rogers' legendary film and Bandai for the new live-action Gundam movie? Mon Capitaine. I'm not a huge Gundam fan necessarily, and I didn't know that was a thing, but I mean, that's cool. It's live action. I'd probably watch it, so. Curtis, Captain, I wonder how big the Titanic is if JJ did the film. Right? Colin Barrett, the Vengeance was special. It could get operated by just one person. Just don't ask any questions about how that would be possible, scientifically or otherwise. One thing about JJ Verse, I like the Franklin ship and beyond. That was also designed by Sean Hargraves. Bryce says, don't worry about the global heat wave, people. Trump said it's going to get cooler, and he's a very stable genius. Yeah, he's a fucking scientist. Misha, sorry, not sorry. I care so little about the JJ verse. Never really bothered to learn the name of things. Can't critique it if you don't learn about it, honestly. So, don't know how I feel about that. Fleet Paw says they didn't even have to hide the ship in the ocean. All they would have had to do was reconfigure the shields to absorb any radar and obscure their visual signature. The water thing was dumb. Obscure any radar. There's a primitive tribe there. like the other person said, they didn't even have telescopes, so just stay in orbit. That's what the Enterprise did all the time. Oh, fuck. Misha, so whatever that stupid ship with the hole in the saucer was called. Yeah, the bottle opener was called the Vengeance. Turd Ferguson, Trekyards, if you tie up Jar Jar Abrams and Kurt Kuntzman and throw them into water, if they float, they are witches or turds. Definitely turds. Terry Farley, I think JJ is slightly less than Kurtzman, but maybe no point in that difference. No, they're both. But you're right. Kurtzman's much more punchable. Cryptic Spider-Man. I remember Foley's wife saying the dust from the nacelles in IDW was water salt from the planet or just the after effect of transwarp. I don't think she said that. It's the first time I've heard that. I call it fairy dust. But she might have said it actually in the movie review now that I'm thinking about it. I haven't watched that in a while. Those were fun, doing the movie reviews with her. But Terry says, I think JJ is slightly less... Oh, I read that one. God damn it. Hey, Trekyards, Captain Foley. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Generation Productions. Good to see you. Zeraxis, live action Gundam movie. What now? That sounds like it's more than likely going to be meh. Anime just never translates to screen well. You're not wrong. Squadron Course. That's a lot of IIRC. I never remember what the hell that means. Mark 9 torpedo carries 1.5 kg of antimatter equals 62 megatons at 75% reaction efficiency. Yes. Oh. Bryce, she means the Vengeance or whatever into darkness, same as the Disco Prize. Big photon torpedo embedded in the hull explodes and the door pipe goes behind, contains the explosion. Bryce, if you're talking about Misha, Misha is not a she, Misha is a he. And yeah, we've already addressed that. Robert Westfeld signing off soon. Permission granted. Get the hell out of here. Cryptic Spider-Man, Swiftback. Bleh. Bleh. All they had to do was shoot down the cold fusion of the volcano, but no, it looks cool. Ryan 14, just transport the fucking ice charge into the volcano and be done with it. Misha, just joking around. I just got the Avenger from Star Trek Online, and that was in my head. May or may not be drinking too. Chris Tenorino, what the mission Franklin is launched by John Arcturus locate the Borg. Okay. Dude, giving me a headache. I already have a headache. Let's just... Squadron Course. The other funny thing about the JJ Prize being underwater is that the airlock they swam down to is like 200 meters underwater. Fleet Pal. I don't know. JJ and Kuntzman both have real punchable faces. Kuntzman's voice just grates on right there. Just more punchable. Yeah. Adam Juneman. If you get really drunk, JJ makes sense and it's possible. No. He's a good action, like movie, summer blockbuster popcorn movie kind of thing, but that's about it. Bill 4393. So with the reveal of the government files that UFOs are real, could they actually be Starfleet from our future visiting us? Probably not. IIRC, if I recall correctly. Generation Productions. Well, the Enterprise in water kind of felt like a nod to DC Quest, DSV, and Seaview. It was a nod to what the fuck is wrong with you? Let's slap you in the head, you dumb bastard, JJ. Like, what the fuck? Don't get me started. So should Kelvin Trek 4 be about some new alien race or a Mirror Universe movie? I wouldn't mind a Mirror Universe Kelvin movie, actually. That'd be kind of cool. Misha, hey, plain chat. Got a new P-38 Lightning model from Corgi recently. Neat stuff. No antimatter and matter pods repaired. No antimatter and matter pods repaired with con crew, just C4 bomb. All right, I don't know if it's my headache or my dyslexia, but shit's not making sense right now. Try this again. Gonna move on, actually. I guess JJ's logic is that some scrap from the Kelvin Narada battle gave the Enterprise advanced structural integrity to go underwater or survive a fall from to the atmosphere. The underwater thing I could kind of buy, but plummeting straight down through the cloud layer and then stopping and going back up would fucking rip the nacelles right off the thing. Structural integrity field be damned. You see how damaged that ship was when that happened? Anywho, what do I know? Bryce, people seem to think that the Enterprise hiding underwater should not be possible because of pressure, etc. Remember, the NX-01 flew into the atmosphere of a gas giant with major pressure. I mean, the thing's designed to deal with anomalies in space. So yeah, I have no issue with the pressure of water. That's not the point. The point is, why are you gonna fucking hide a ship underwater on so a primitive species doesn't see you, and then decide to launch your ship by a cliff that they're all fucking standing on? Go out, swim underwater, propel yourself underwater to the middle of the ocean, then take off if you're gonna be that stupid, or just stay in orbit and beam down. That's what they did in TOS. Seemed to work. Misha, $20. Take a shot for the headache. Doctor's orders. Well, $20 only gets you half a shot these days. $30 is the full shot, Misha. So I will take half a shot of the Skullhead vodka for you. Pug's freaking out again. I feel like the top of these, some kind of, I don't know what the fuck that says, but anyway. So that's 2 half shots I've had tonight, which is 1 full shot. So I can do math still, so that's good. Thank you, Misha. That's the good shit. Fleet Pile. Let's move on from JJ and Kuntzman. We don't want to give Foley a bigger headache. Guys, let's give Kelvin Timeline a minute. Foley is being pushed to murdering JJ. Government releases UFO files and acknowledges them to be off-world intelligence. To that I say, no shit, Buckwheat. Adam Juneman, sorry, I'm a little drunk right now. It's all right, Adam. Bryce, I don't really have extra money to ask a trivia question to Foley, but can anyone here name Spock's blood type without Googling? Green. It's green. That's his blood type. It's green. And you don't have to super chat. Super chat if you want to super chat a question and I get it wrong, I have to drink. But you can still ask a trivia question in the regular chat. I love answering them. I don't know his blood type though. Squadron course. I bet it's hard reading all these posts and sometimes our typing sucks. Yes and yes. Planty, good night, y'all. Warcraft addiction is calling. Good night, Planty. She's leaving. Cryptic Spider-Man. So on to more optimistic matters. Would you like to see a recast Kurt in Strange New Worlds? Yeah, yes and no. T negative, I believe. For the blood type. Was there a classic Doctor Who episode where the TARDIS landed underwater in the Thames, London, and somehow survived? Probably. And yet Voyager's armored advanced ship could not enter the atmosphere on the water planet. Yeah, well, shut up. Chris Tenorino. Watch The Fringe is an American science fiction show created by J.J. Abrams, Oliver Kuntzman, and Robert Orkey. Right on Fox. Trekyards. They were fucking cavemen. Take one of the gazillion shuttles that JJ has. I know, right? $30 for a pull shot. God damn inflation. I was getting sick of getting too drunk. Is there access? Agreed, it felt like it trailed off. Kind of a similar thing with the Warehouse 13, but 13 stayed pretty interesting and good throughout. Generation Productions. Captain Foley, even if the hull, shield, reinforced hull plating was compromised, should not the ship be able to withstand the force pressure of falling through the atmosphere? If it was 100% fine, yes. But did you see how beat the fuck up that ship was? The Vengeance just used it for a fucking target practice. It was full of holes. It was smoking. Half the systems weren't working. It was falling apart in space, for fuck's sakes. That's why it fell from space to... That makes no fucking sense. But anyway, it fell into the planet and kept going. So, no, it was not structurally sound at all. I don't give a fuck. No, no is the answer. I see Planty's still here. I'm going to be wrapping this up soon because it's been over 2 hours. So, yeah. Is that 30 US dollars or 30 Canadian Monopoly money dollars? Either one. Don't care. I don't know. Whatever your $30 super chat amount is. Hezraz, at least your money is pretty... You can tell it apart easily. Yes. Captain, I'm like you. I love TOS and still watch it from time to time. All right, well, we'll call it quits there. I'm caught up on the chat, but I thank you guys for tuning in and having a good time with me tonight. It's been fun. Had some good trivia questions thanks to Olivia, and it's just been fun hanging out with you guys. And hopefully you guys had a good time, and thank you. You have cheered me up, and the pug's like, hey, it's time to finish now. I see you looking at me. So, guys, thank you so much. Have yourself a great night, and I will catch you later. I might do a live this weekend on maybe tomorrow afternoon or Sunday. I want to do some lives from the library showing off the collection in the library so you guys can see what's on those shelves if you're interested in that kind of thing. So that might be a thing that happens at some point. So anyway, guys, until next time, I'm Captain Foley. Thank you for watching. Have yourselves a good night. Bye, guys.